Soul family, welcome back to the Zen Effect Show. I am your host, Zen Howard. This is your hub that is designed and curated to support you in navigating life's highs, hits, and everything in between. This is a global syndicated talk show. That's right, we are played in 80 plus countries and all time zones around the United States of America. You all, this is the space where we have people who are in wellness, entrepreneurs, people in music and entertainment that are here to not just speak and tell what they do, but also their story, relatable stories that support you in living in your design, because you are in command. Listen to me, you are in command of your life. That means that you are able to create the life that you want and live the life that you want and create it as you will it to be. Don't you ever forget that. We are created by a creator, which means that we are creators. Go ahead and follow the Zen Effect Show on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, however you want to listen. You all, let me tell you about my guest today. I have been driving by Wholesum Juice Bar for a while now. It's been drawing me in. It's been calling me in. And see, this is how life works and energy works, because I'm so blessed to have the owner right next to me today, Lamont. Just a little bit about Lamont, you all. Again, he is the owner of Wholesum Juice Bar, whose journey is rooted in transformation, resilience, and intentional living. Right up my alley, Lamont. After spending over 20 years in corporate America, don't worry, y'all, we're going to get into it. Lamont faced a life-altering diagnosis of colon cancer in his late 40s. What's powerful about Lamont's story isn't just the diagnosis, it's the decision that followed it. Choosing to embrace a plant-based lifestyle, incorporating fresh, pressed juices, and ultimately redefining his entire way of living. Today, he credits that shift not only to his recovery, but to his renewed sense of purpose. From corporate stress to community wellness, Lamont has turned his experience into impact, creating a space that offers healthy, accessible options for people who want to feel better, live better, and take control of their health. Lamont, welcome to the Zen Effect Show.
Thanks for having me, Zen.
Yes, I'm
Thank
so
you. I,
excited
I
to have
love
you
that
here.
introduction, but thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. Before we get into it, Lamont, is there anything else that you would like to share about yourself? Yeah.
No, I try to live healthy every day. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I love it. I can see it. Because let me say, you
yeah,
don't look like what you've been through.
really, I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
you don't
Yeah,
look like what you've been through. That juice has completely transformed your
I
life.
appreciate
Yeah, we're about to
it.
transfer some more lives of mine. I know that's right.
Let's do it.
We're
Let's
going to
do
get
it.
into it. What really stuck out to me, Lamont, was the fact that Wholesome Juice Bar it's a great alternative to traditional fast food. When I saw that, and I'm sorry, y'all, I'm getting choked up on my words about that, because when I saw that, I had to blink twice,
I got you.
because I'm one of those people. I'm losing weight. I've already lost 72 pounds. I have more even to lose. And we're on the go. Everybody's busy, busy, busy. Go, 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 go. And most of the time, you forget
Yeah,
your meal prep at home. You forget your snack, and you're in a hurry, and you just got to be able to drive through or pop in somewhere real
and grab
quick,
it. Yeah.
grab it, and go. So, can you speak more to that? Can you just shed some more light on what you mean by it's the alternative to traditional fast
Yeah.
food?
So I have to actually start that by saying, or start with the original story, right?
Yeah.
So when I was diagnosed with cancer, the doctor told me, continue doing what you're doing, right? So he said, continue doing what you're doing. We can't tell you why it happened, but it most likely will happen again. And to me, that just didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Right. So I said, no, there have to be a different way to do this, a better way to do this. So I just started researching. And I found that most people who went on to have a healthy life and overcome the cancer kind of changed their lifestyle and their eating habits.
Yeah.
So that was where I decided I was going to change my whole eating habits, my whole lifestyle. And at that particular time, I felt like I was starving myself. I committed to going plant based. I said I'm gonna do it no matter what. I'm not gonna, go backwards. I'm gonna do it. So at that particular time, I felt like I was actually starving myself because I really couldn't find healthy food out there.
I feel you,
You know what I
Lamont, because
mean?
I feel like I'm starving myself often too. I feel you.
I was in
Yes.
the corporate world, had to go out for lunch, had to, after work, had to grab something, just always on the go.
Yes.
And it was just the same old fast food spots, right? So, so yeah, that's what I said. I said to myself, we need healthy food out
Yeah,
here.
we do.
I just couldn't find the places, and at that time, I wasn't thinking about opening the juice bar or creating that environment. Not until years later. But no, from where I stand, we need to have a healthy place on every corner. To
Yes,
me,
we do.
you know what I
We
mean?
need a wholesome juice bar
There you go.
on every single
Every
corner.
corner.
Yes.
There you go.
And it will be coming because we spoke it into existence.
I
So it
appreciate
will
that.
happen.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, so no, I just felt there was a need to have
Yeah.
some healthy food, plant based. Today, they are just putting a lot of stuff in our food.
Yeah, they are.
Bleach and chicken. I just heard some story now with even organic chicken. They're cleansing the chicken and bleach and all this other kind of stuff. So yeah, we just need. I don't need to get into all that, but we just need healthy food all over the place.
We really do, Lamont. We really do. I'm so curious because what did your lifestyle look like before? So what were you eating? What were some of those go-tos or those go-to places that you were going to? And then what does it look like now? Because again, you don't look like what you've been through.
Gotcha. So that and that's a good point too. So I considered myself healthy prior to the diagnosis. So I was surprised when I got the diagnosis, right? So,
Wow.
but I was doing the steak, the chicken, all the normal stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I would do it not on a regular basis, just every once in a while. But yeah, no, my eating habits were, the norm. Wake up in the morning. I might even go to McDonald's to get me a, McMuffin sandwich and or Chick-fil-A or someplace like that before I go to work. During work, I would go out to lunch to a restaurant probably most of the time or to a fast food spot and do all the normal fast food spots. So it was just a normal eating habit.
Yeah.
I would work out, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. So again, I considered myself healthy, even though I was eating, the normal diet, you know.
Oh, Atlanta has so much to offer when it comes to spots, flavors, and experiences. If you're looking to really know where to go, who to trust, and what to taste, you've got to follow Atlanta Eats. This is the one we all love and trust. Atlanta Eats isn't just throwing out random recommendations, you all. He's a reliable source, giving his perspective with credibility, knowledge, and that honest eye that we all respect. And the best part, from time to time, you might even catch him exploring other cities, sharing those hidden gems too. Atlanta Eats isn't just showcasing the best in the city and beyond. He's elevating, expanding their reach, and helping them scale their vision with real impact by boosting restaurants, amplifying brands, and creating the kind of visibility that actually moves the needle. From the hottest spots to the hidden gems in Atlanta and all over the U.S., Atlanta Eats has got you covered. Follow Atlanta Eats, that is ANTLANTA Eats, Eats with an S, on Instagram and TikTok to tap in. You were doing all the things, and I love how you touched on that because you considered yourself healthy, working out 3 to 4 times a week consistently. You would just get those grab and goes because we think, oh, it's not going to hurt us, right? It's a grab and go. I'm working out. I'm feeling fine. I feel like I'm doing fine. And then you get that diagnosis. And what came after that? That diagnosis? Because you were like, we need more healthy food. And then how do we get to Wholesome Juice Bar? Like, how did that?
Yeah, yeah. So my first reaction was just wanting to survive, really.
Ooh,
So yeah, so that was my first reaction. Like why, why did this happen to me?
yeah.
Then I think sometime after that, I decided, okay, maybe God put me in in this position for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of research, and like I said, I found a lot of people who went through similar situations, and the way
Mm-hmm.
they overcame or didn't overcome the situation. But yeah, no, it was devastating at first. The diagnosis was devastating at first. Eating my eating habit wasn't part of the I wasn't thinking that was the reason, I should say. I just thought, why me, first of all? So I had to shift my mind frame. And then that's when the eating habit and the diet and the lifestyle and all that stuff, trying to shift it.
Did y'all hear what Lamont just said? He had to shift his mindset and reframe his mind. He went from, why did this happen to me, to, what is this offering me? And now, because see y'all, whoo, you said something right there, Lamont. Because if he stayed in that default mindset and did not reframe, he may not be here today. I mean, it may have been that, right? Because
You're
colon
right.
cancer
You're
is
right.
serious.
You're right.
He may not
You're
have
right.
been that. Not only was he a big foundational component in shifting his mindset, reframing his mind to extending his life, but he's also supporting others in extending theirs. That's powerful, you all. That's so powerful. Lamont, in a world where convenience often comes at the cost of our health,
Mm.
you're creating healthy fast food for your community through the juices. How do you shift people's mindset from quick and easy to intentional and nourishing, especially in communities where those options haven't always been accessible? Um, AKA, I don't know if that's the right acronym, but I'm using it today, South Side of Atlanta, because they don't have a Whole Foods.
You're right.
They don't
You're right.
have healthy options. They got churches, checkers, and whatever else is
Right.
down there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, unfortunately, the stigma to healthy eating is bland, bad tasted food,
It
right?
is.
So lettuce and all that stuff. You have to make it taste good,
Yeah.
right? And so
Yeah.
that's what we try to do. We have wraps, we have salads, we have soups at Wholesum Juice Bar, and and they taste good, right? So we make them right there in the shop. So you really don't have to do the bland thing if you don't want to, or to eat healthy. And that's what we try to do. We try to make it taste good. Matter of fact, not try. It tastes good. I guarantee you, come to Wholesome Juice Bar, you'll love the wraps, you'll love the salads, you'll love the soups, and the juices.
And I can tell because when he said it tastes good, the apples of his cheeks just balled so big they couldn't get any larger. And I'm just going to keep it all the way real. Lamont is a gentleman of color. So the food gonna be flavored, the food gonna be seasoned,
There you
okay?
go.
He is a cultural man. And
There
look,
you
and
go.
so it's going to be flavored, it's going to be seasoned. So tell me more about, because I was not aware you had wraps, soups, and salads. What are some of, I guess you would say, your best sellers when it comes to the soups, the wraps, and the salads?
So we have smoothies as well. So we sell more smoothies than anything else, right?
I love
Yes, yeah,
smoothies.
smoothies. Smoothies, juices, acai bowls, um, sea moss. We sell sea moss. Sea moss is a big thing now.
Yeah.
Like I said, we do wraps. We do salads, soup. All we make in the house. We do have a vendor, Regina.
Okay.
Regina Goodies, who make cookies just for us, vegan cookies.
Nice. So
So
something for
yeah,
the sweet tooth.
there you go. There you go. So sweet tooth. And so everything you find in Wholesome Juice, you're gonna find it. It's gonna be healthy. It's gonna be great tasting, and plant based.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, this is amazing. I'm going to the Wholesome Juice Bar. I'm so excited about this because we just do not have many places at all, and your establishment is in such a convenient location. It's right over there, perimeter area,
Yeah.
near the mall, right across from Target. And you can literally park your car directly in front of the door, walk in, get what you need, and walk out.
Free parking.
Free parking in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay.
So let me give that address. It's 1260 Ashford Crossing. It has an Atlanta address, but it's actually in Dunwoody.
Okay.
30346. Yes.
I love it.
Come
So
see us.
come see them because it's very convenient. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Look, by the time you in that line at the Chick-fil-A up the street, you could have literally parked your car directly in front of the door. You ain't got to walk upstairs, go up no elevator, park right in front of the door, walk in, choose what you like, they make it, and walk out a whole lot faster. So let's do that, you all, so that we can have more spaces like this. One, so we can get Wholesome Juice Bar on every corner. First of all, just like there's Starbucks on every corner, we want Wholesome Juice Bar on every single corner. But it's when we invest, because that's what we're doing, right? We're investing. We're putting our money into a business, which means we put our money behind the business. When we do that, we can create more spaces that provide actual, healthy, wholesome foods. Look, right now, we doing all this complaining. Do you get what I'm saying about the food? And we got ultra processed. Well, we have Wholesome Juice Bar that we can get behind. We done got behind everything else that's not supporting our health. Why not get behind a space that has flavor, somebody, that does support our health? Okay? I absolutely love it. Let's get into when you were in corporate.
Okay.
Because right now, this is something that is trending for a lot of people right now.
Leaving corporate.
Leaving corporate. I believe I was doing some research. And it's anywhere from 66 to 70% of people are miserable in their jobs, in their corporate jobs. They're only staying in them because, 66 to 70% said that they would leave if they could leave.
Gotcha.
They would leave because they're miserable in those corporate jobs. Do you feel that the stress of corporate contributed to your diagnosis?
Yeah, I think that was part of it. That and the diet. I started out in the corporate world doing IT. Started as just a regular network tech. Later became a supervisor. Moved on from a supervisor to a manager. From a manager, moved on to a director, IT director of the infrastructure. And my job was we had worked for a steel company. We had about 50 locations throughout the U.S., Mexico. And my job was to make sure all of the sites were up and running, right? So that means communicating with each other. If a site was down, they were losing money, right? So yeah, there was a lot of stress.
That's a
right?
lot of stress.
Yeah,
That's
so
a lot of
if
weight
a
on your
location was
shoulders.
down, it went up to the CEO that the site is down. CEO is down to our office saying what's going on. We need to get this location up. They got trucks to go out. So yeah, it was a lot of stress. But at the time, it didn't feel like stress to me, right? It was something I was doing. It's something I love doing. It didn't feel like a stress to me, but in the back of my head, I knew it was a lot of stress and pressure.
Because it became, I would say, second nature to you, I'm
Correct.
sure, right?
Correct.
Because this was your everyday.
Correct.
So
Correct. And I was probably doing it for so long too. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is how it festered, right?
you
That's
go.
that's how you all, when it comes to our health, because it's happened to me. it festers in that way because we get so used to it. We've trained ourselves. And then we're also looking at our livelihood because you in that position. I know you were making some really good money, Lamont.
There
I
you
know,
go.
okay, I know you were bringing in. So we're not wanting to look at it, right? It's
There you go.
supporting my lifestyle. I'm able to live comfortably, what have you. I'm not even thinking it. So that energy has to come out somewhere, and it came into this diagnosis.
Yeah.
It was a part of it
It was
with the
part of
diet.
right, right,
With the
right,
diet.
right. No
Did you
doubt.
did you would you ever find yourself stress, like kind of stress eating, or like
Yeah.
because maybe you were so busy, you said you would drive through places, what have you, like just to get something quick. Kind of like did your
Yeah, so that's a
lifestyle kind of
good
play a part?
question. No, I don't think I handled my stress that way.
Okay.
I think I kind of internalized everything. I probably
Mm,
got quiet and kind of internalized. Now looking back at it,
yeah.
yeah, I kind of internalized. I kind of held it all
Yeah.
in. Um, yeah, that's probably how I handled it. It wasn't the eating. Um, wasn't drinking. It wasn't any of that stuff. I probably just internalized it all and kind of held it all in,
Yeah.
and it probably just built up and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah,
And festered and
yeah,
became what it became.
yeah,
Now tell us about the Lamont today, because you have made a complete 180.
yeah,
The Zen Effect Show is more than a show. It's a global conversation about how we live, grow, expand, and connect. Broadcasted across 80 plus countries through WBNC Radio and WJWR in Chicago, and replayed on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. This platform brings together thought leaders, advocates, wellness experts, cultural voices, and everyday people navigating life's highs and hits. This is where real conversations happen and where conscious brands meet conscious audiences. My audience, they don't just consume content. No, they engage with it. They listen for transformation. They share what resonates, and they support brands that align with their values. In today's landscape, audiences can feel when something is authentic and when it isn't. The Zen Effect Show was built on truth, reflection, and real connection. Each episode creates space for conversations around wellness, relationships, personal evolution, community dialogue, advocacy, cultural wellness, and the emotional realities of navigating modern life. Brands who partner with this platform are not just placing an advertisement, they're becoming part of a larger conversation that actually matters. Our brand partners receive more than exposure, they receive international integration into a trusted space, partnership opportunities that include featured sponsored segments within episodes, brand storytelling moments that align naturally with conversations, cross platform promotion on radio, podcast platforms, and social media, audience engagement through authentic dialogue, collaborative campaigns that amplify both the brand and the message. Because here, sponsorship is not an interruption, it's integration with purpose. When brands align with the Zen Effect Show, they connect with an audience that values wellness and self care, community building, emotional intelligence, personal growth, cultural and social impact. These are listeners who invest in brands that reflect their values, brands that help them live better, think better, and move through life more intentionally. That's the power of conscious partnership. If your brand believes in authentic connection, meaningful storytelling, wellness, and human growth, community impact, and conscious media, then we invite you to partner with us. Because when brands and conversations align, impact expands. To explore partnership opportunities here at the Zen Effect Show, connect with us to learn about those opportunities. Let's create something meaningful together because the conversations shaping people's lives deserve partners who believe in the same vision. This is the Zen Effect Show, where we shape the soul, shift the world, and come home to our power. And with the aligned partners, the impact only grows. Visit my website, www.thezeneffectco.com. Right? You've completely re-innovated yourself. Seriously, going from eating steak, chicken, fast food, that diagnosis into having Wholesum Juice Bar with flavorful, good for you wraps, salads, soups, smoothies, juices, plant based. And also from a man who held things in, we're actually going to segue into something before we go
Okay.
there.
Okay.
I want you to talk to the men, Lamont.
Mm-hmm.
Because men hold a lot of things in because they're not taught that it's okay to express themselves,
Right.
especially brothers, especially men of color.
Right.
And I'm
Right.
even going to take it past the black men of color in general,
Right.
right? When you look at different cultures, even Middle Eastern, what have you, they're not taught how to do that. I want you to talk to the men. I want you to talk to the men in relation to that because we have so many men today. Colon cancer is a common diagnosis now, which is crazy. Men are dying of heart in their 40s. Things going on in the pancreas, all types of things.
You're right. You're right. So I'm not sure I mastered that yet, right? But it's an everyday struggle with me. You're right. I feel. I mean, it's to the point now where I think I'm more in tune with it, and when it's happening to me, that I try to let it out somehow by either talking to somebody, working out, or doing something. But you're right. We can't hold things in because you said it will fester and turn into some type of illness, and most likely. But no, just living right. Trying to talk to other people. I have a lot of friends, well, some friends with illnesses and stuff like that, and I try to talk to them without preaching to them. I try to talk to them about letting go, eating well, eating healthy, all of that type of stuff. So yeah, so definitely do not hold it in. Talk to someone if you can. It needs to come out. So get it out somehow.
I know this,
You know?
period.
Yeah.
It's just simple as that. It
Yeah.
needs to come out, get it out somehow. Lamont, can you also support our men with going to the doctor?
Wow.
Because you did it.
Yeah.
You did it. You went to the doctor, you got the diagnosis. Even though that wasn't easy to hear, you were able to get ahead of it
Yeah.
and catch it because you went to the doctor. Can you please help our men with going to the doctor because they don't want to go, Lamont?
Yeah. So that's important.
And it's
So
stressing the women out.
so that's important. That's important. So
Yes.
yeah, if I could stress anything right now is to fellas go get that colonoscopy. They even have technology now where you don't have to sit in a doctor's office and do, whatever they do these days. Please
Wow.
go. I think during my diagnosis, the norm was to get a colonoscopy at 50 years old. I went to the doctor. Well, let me back up. So I discovered my problem due to I want to get too graphic, blood in the stool,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I went to the doctor. He said, okay, it's probably nothing. It's probably a hernia, or what's the other thing? Can't remember the other thing, but he said it's nothing. It's probably nothing serious. Just go get it checked out. I went and got the colonoscopy, and that's when they came back. They said we're going to do a biopsy. They did a biopsy, and that's how I found out. But most times you don't find out. You don't know until it's too late, right? So I was fortunate in a way. I had a symptom. Most people don't have symptoms, but it's important to go get it checked out. If I haven't discovered or if they didn't discover that early, I would have had a hard time, right? I either would have had to have a bag tied to me for going to bathroom, to go to bathroom, or something more serious like my life.
Yeah.
It's important, fellas, that you go. They said it happens to African Americans more often than any other race.
Mm-mm-mm.
I think now they changed that age from 50 to I think 45.
Gosh, that's
But I
young.
would even suggest getting it done earlier because I was looking at television the other day on
Yeah.
one of the news shows here in Atlanta, and they say they're finding more and more young men with colon cancer. I think like late 20s, early
Late
30s.
20s.
Yeah, yeah. And it's what they're putting in our food. They're putting more and more junk in our food just to get it out there and to make money. But yeah, fellas, like I said, if I wanted to stress anything more, um, please go get checked out. Don't be afraid of the doctor. You don't have to see that doctor again. Matter of fact, the doctor that diagnosed me was okay, but I didn't like when he said, you can't do anything about it. It's probably going to happen to you again. And most people, there's a reoccurrence of cancer. I didn't like that. So the doctor that diagnosed me, I kind of switched to another doctor after that. And that doctor, I was glad I switched over to that doctor.
Mm-hmm.
But go get the diagnosis. Um, I think you'll appreciate it. It's better to catch it early rather than later. You can overcome it if you catch it early. So please go get checked out, fellas.
Thank you. So you heard it from a man, okay? You heard it from a man, and I'm trusting that there's more respect there. Let's just be real, because sometimes man got to hear from a man that you will go and get it checked. Because something that you really said that really stood out to me was the fact that the doctor said it's probably nothing to worry about,
Right.
but you said no. This is my body, my life, and given the medical history of people of color, right? What
Right.
we experience in the medical field, Lamont said, let me go get this checked out. And it turned into a whole biopsy, right?
There you go.
And
Yep.
then you were, so come on, y'all. Let's stop playing with our health. Live for yourself, and not only just for yourself, the other people around you. You got families, you got people who love you. Now, Lamont, tell us about these juices. You drinking the juice right now. It's a beautiful orange. I'm trying not to steal it from you, Lamont.
There you go.
Tell us about these
So we
juices.
have about 20, no, I'm sorry, about 10 juices, 10
Okay.
or 11 juices over at Wholesum Juice Bar. And so we try to kind of configure the juices or create the juices so they have some type of health benefit.
Mm.
This juice that I'm drinking right here is called Turmeric Sunset. It has turmeric in. Turmeric is good for inflammation, and this is a
Yeah.
lot of stuff I found out during my journey too. Right, so turmeric is good for inflammation. Right, and a lot of times when we're sick, something's wrong with us. You have maybe a disease or even just a skin irritation. It could be the food that we're eating.
Mhm.
Right, it could be inflammation. So this particular juice, we have turmeric in this juice. We have another juice up here. We have beets in the juice. Another juice, we have ginger. Um, all of our juices have some type of benefit for you, right? Whether it's just hydration. A lot of us don't get enough hydration. So we have juices for that, whether it's cucumber. We squeeze everything right there in the shop. So it's fresh. Whether it's hydration, whether it's your digestive system. Ginger is good
Ooh.
for your digestive system. And again, I go and pick these products up from the farmer's market, right? So they're fresh. We do everything fresh. But the juices are a good way to cleanse your system and provide that nourishment in your body. The nourishment you don't get in food, especially a lot of food today, right? So it's good to provide that nourishment in your system and a way for your system to absorb it quickly, right? So yeah, the juices, um, like I said, some type of benefit to each and every juice.
So this also supports how Wholesome Juice Bar is the alternative to fast food, because everything in Wholesome Juice Bar, and we're talking right now about the juices, it has nutritional benefits,
There you go.
unlike the fast food because it's so processed. That's why it's able to be cooked fast. You can get it in 3 minutes. It has no nutritional benefit. In fact, it's more harmful.
There you go. Yep.
So this is why it's an alternative, and it's done in a way that it is quick, right? It's quicker, right? They juice it for you. They juice it for you right there in house, right? Wraps, the soups, the salads, it's
Oh,
done and done in a healthy way. I absolutely love this, Lamont.
thank you.
Lamont gonna have me there every day. Do you have a rewards program, Lamont?
We do.
Okay, what's that
We
look
do.
like?
So when you sign up for our subscription,
Mm-hmm.
you get actually it's not a subscription. It's just a
I kind
a
of like that. You
loyalty.
want to create one? Because I kind of like that word subscription.
No, I'm working on that. So we're gonna
Okay.
have that soon too. But
I'm
we have a
excited.
loyalty program. You
Okay.
come in, you sign up for the loyalty program.
Okay.
Every $50 you spend, you get $5 off. You
That's my
also
favorite
get a
type of
birthday.
program.
You also get a birthday discount. There are a couple other discounts in there as well, but we do have a customer loyalty program.
You got me when you said, the points that you get the $5 off. Let me tell y'all something. Those are the best places to go to because it makes a difference. Because I'm not gonna lie, the economy is economy.
There you go.
And honestly, when I'm like, I don't feel like cooking, but I'm looking at how much stuff costs for me to go pick something up. I go to those places where I visit frequently and I have that $5 off, that $8 off, what have you. And it makes the biggest difference. You save so much money
Yeah.
when you do that.
And it's nice to have a surprise every once in a while, right? Because I
Yeah.
remember prior to my during my journey, I would go into this place and I had a discount. So I walk in. I wasn't sure I wanted to spend the money, but it was nice to walk in there and find out that I had $5 off right after spending like $20, $30.
Yeah.
Prior to going in there, I was like, do I really want to spend this money? I don't know, but I do it anyway. But then to find out that I had $5 off was, yeah, I mean, it made a big difference.
Man, it saved the money. And he didn't even know it. Y'all have potato soup.
No, we don't. So
Okay.
let me go over the
So,
soups.
yeah, the soup, like y'all, because that is like in my mind. I don't know why I see this.
So let me go over the soup. So our most popular soup is the white bean soup, right? So it's white beans, kale,
Kale
onions.
soup?
No, it's just kale in the soup.
Oh, this is all in one soup.
Yes,
So these are hearty soups.
There you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you definitely feel like you had a meal when you leave. Soup in a wrap, and you're good to go for the day. But we have white bean soup, we have black bean soup, we have what we call a vegetable harvest soup, um, and then we sometimes have the squash soup, butternut squash soup. And I say sometimes because we make it in house, and sometimes it's a little too busy to do that. But we definitely have hearty soups, right? So you're not going to walk out there with a bunch of broth. You're not going to leave the store with a bunch of broth in a cup, right? They're hearty soups.
I love a hearty soup, and hearty soups are difficult to find.
Yeah.
They're very difficult to find these days. You have more of the broth than the actual ingredients. And tell us a little bit about your wraps. Do you offer is it spinach wraps, multi-grain?
So we have two wraps right now. We have a Mediterranean wrap, and we have a spicy kale wrap. Spicy kale wrap, we marinate the kale in a kind of cayenne mixture. It's not too spicy. I think it has just the right spice to it. But yeah, they have the kale and the Mediterranean wraps.
Yes, I
Yeah,
love.
we make
Ooh,
right there.
I'm gonna be there this week, Lamont. I'm gonna be there this week. A diagnosis like that you had can make people feel very powerless. But your response was the opposite. You leaned into the plant-based lifestyle and the fresh juicing. What did that journey teach you about the connection between what we consume and how we heal?
I think it's everything right now. I think what you eat is who you are right now. Like I said earlier, you can probably, I'm not a doctor, but I'm sure you could probably contribute every illness to something you were doing, either eating, putting on your skin, um, even sometimes the things you put on your skin
Hmm.
kind of reacts to what you're eating,
Sure does.
right? So
Sure
so
does.
I think everything relates to how you eat,
Hmm.
and take care of yourself.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think it's important, even I mean more so today, what you put in your body is extremely important. Yeah,
Yeah, because our organic isn't even, and you know this, but our organic is not even like European standards, right? Of organic
right.
is a lot more. It's actually organic. Ours is not.
No,
So we're paying a significant difference
yeah,
for something that's not even. So we have to be mindful of what we put in our bodies. Because look at all the things that are popping up, the
yeah,
illnesses.
yeah,
There are things like, and even, things like autism and like all these things are getting common, and I really believe it's in the
yeah.
food.
I believe it
Because
too.
what else are we all consuming? All of us are consuming to where these things are happening,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, yeah. Like doing my research, I've came across so many stories where people had some type of illness, like you said, autism or something, and they decided to change what they were eating or what they were feeding
Hmm.
their kids, and then everything changed for them. There's a lot of documentaries out there now.
Hmm.
One is called Knives Over Forks, like on Netflix.
Okay.
But it kind of goes over the importance of eating well and the things that you can kind of take care of by eating healthy.
I love and thank you for providing us with giving us an actual documentary to watch.
Mm,
I encourage you all to watch that. And I also encourage you all to watch more of these things because what I'm noticing and what you just said is with what had occurred in your life, that experience, you keep yourself informed.
all you have to,
You
yes.
have to. You keep yourself up to date with the things. And I would like to see more men do this. I'm not saying they're not, but I feel that just from my experience, I see less of them doing it
Yeah,
than women doing it,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And women, we're a little bit more conscious of our physical appearance because of the pressure in patriarchal society. We won't go there. But anyway, we won't go there. But I just love to hear you say that. Like
yeah.
the information is out there.
It's definitely out there.
It's definitely out there. Everybody can get Netflix. I'm sure they probably still do a free trial. And even not, you can go on YouTube. The information is out there. Don't be so naive, right? Don't. Why do you think that is, Lamont? Why do you think people are, they just turn the blind eye to everything?
Yeah, because they just used to doing it. They
Mm,
doing it their whole lives.
yeah,
I have friends actually, right? That tell them they should try to, just try to change what you're eating,
yeah.
right? I'm not saying just drastically, just cold turkey, just do it, just slowly do it. But no, I get a lot of responses like, no, I love my steak. I love my steak. I love my chicken. I love my pork. I love what I love, and that's what I've been doing my whole life, and that's what I'm gonna do. And unfortunately, it takes an illness, it takes something to happen for them. Sometimes they don't even change after that.
Yeah,
But
which is sad.
unfortunately, it takes something to happen before they decide they're not going to do it anymore.
And do you love it?
Unfortunately,
Do you love it enough for it to take your life?
right?
And if you do, talk to a therapist or get a life coach. Seriously, Lamont,
Yeah, yeah,
because there's an issue there.
yeah,
If you really love, that's like somebody who smokes cigarettes
yeah,
and they keep smoking, and literally you got all the diseases that come with it. They literally telling you got such time to live, what have you. You still gonna stick to your cigarettes. That's not. There's something internally necessary for you to work through in
So,
relation to that.
and so we can probably be stubborn, and sometimes it's probably a
Yeah, we
good thing
stubborn.
and
Yeah.
a bad thing, right? So,
Come
I
on, Lamont.
mean, being stubborn is what took me to create Wholesome Juice and decided I'm going to have offer this and have this available to other people who need to do this, right? So sometimes it could be a good thing, sometimes not. But if it's affecting your health and you're not seeing the benefits, or you know it's hurting you in some way, some shape or form, change. Try to change slowly, change, but just change. You know.
That's it. That's it right there.
Yeah.
Lamont took that and created something with it. I truly believe that we have the experiences that we have because it's a part of our purpose
There you go.
to support others. And that's what you did.
There you go.
That's what you did. And this is something that will live even beyond you. I love it, Lamont. What's your effect? What's your effect? That's a signature question on the Zen Effect Show.
I got
Your
you.
essence. Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not ready,
Oh,
but I'm trying to understand the question, though.
Okay. Your effect, your God-given essence, what you bring to this world, your effect. We all have our secret sauce, our special thing, our special spice, something that nobody else on this earth has. And they may have something similar, but it's not Lamont. You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
So your
I got
effect,
you.
yeah.
So I wish I could give you a good answer because I don't know what my effect is. Right? I'm just trying to live a testimony right now. Right? I'm trying to live what is making me healthy, what's making me a better person. I'm just trying to be me at this particular moment, and then provide that or have that there for other people who need to be healthy, to recover from something. So I feel that my journey is there for a reason. God did it for a reason. I don't know; it's not crystal clear to me right now. But hopefully, this is what it is to get the word out, to watch what you're eating, watch what you're putting in your body, take care of yourself, and yeah, do it. Try to do it the right way.
That's exactly what it is. You just said it. It's so because you just said it. Your effect is you're living your testimony.
Okay.
You're living your testimony, and you're supporting others in their lives by shifting their habits and watching what they're eating. You're putting out the SOS.
Mm.
And as a man, and as a man of color, that's huge. How many of you know putting out the SOS around health?
Yeah.
I can't think of one, but Lamont. Okay, I can't think of one, but Lamont. Okay, that may be a lot of weight, Lamont, but you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I love it, Lamont.
Thank you.
You all, my question to you is this. Wow. Whew, there's so much coming up for me around this episode. This was truly a great episode. And I want to thank you for coming on here,
Thank you for having
Lamont,
me.
sharing your story,
Thank you.
and really sending out the call, putting that SOS. So my question to you is this. What is it, you all? What is it? With this awareness of information, what will you choose? Are you going to choose life? Or are you going to choose death? Now, it really is that simple. I know that because this is the thing. You have two people in front of you right now who have had diagnoses. Lamont's was colon cancer. I was pre-diabetic. And because we both shifted our diets, yes, I'm still plus size woman, but I've lost 72 pounds and I'm still on my journey. Thank you so much. And I feel so much better. So much better. And I was able to reverse my diagnosis because I changed my diet. I wasn't drinking healthy, wholesome juices that actually come from fruits and vegetables. I was drinking Simply juice and all those bottled juices. I would go through 4 a week, Lamont.
Yeah.
4 a week. Those things have like 32 grams of sugar a
I was
bottle.
getting ready to say that. Tons of sugar in there.
pre-diabetic was at my door.
Yeah.
I induced my pre-diabetes, okay? But once I lost that weight and I shifted to wholesome juices and drank more water and found alternatives, healthy seltzer water alternatives that don't have those additives, because I like soda too, the crispiness. It's making those changes. You have two people in front of you, you all. Two people that changed their diagnosis. What more proof do you need? Because Lamont could have been on his way to his deathbed, and I know I was, because I felt it. I felt it. I remember the moment when I said to myself, Lamont, do you remember? Did you have a moment?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're like, oh yeah, this could be the end.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, if God is this, if this is your plan, it's your plan.
It's your plan.
Yeah.
But you said, but
it
no,
wasn't his plan.
It wasn't his plan.
Right.
And y'all see him today. And if you're listening on the radio, watch this YouTube interview so you can see how great this man looks. His skin is just, because everything lies in the skin. I've been in the beauty industry for almost over almost 2 decades.
Okay.
And his skin is just like, I don't even believe when he says diagnosis. I'm like, what? Because typically with that, the eyes get yellow, I believe.
Yeah.
And things like that.
Yeah.
He don't look, the skin is lifeless, not energy. He just got excellent skin. He healthy. Because he was able to completely shift his life by changing his diet and created a whole beautiful establishment where we can do the same. Do y'all meal prep?
No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't right now.
Well, if enough of us come in there,
you go.
do they could start the meal prep?
There you
Come on,
go.
somebody. Let's get behind Wholesum Juice Bar. I definitely am. And there's no excuse, you all. There's no excuse. It was more of a statement than a question that I had, but I just had a lot to say. Okay? Take what resonated with you today and carry it with you throughout the week, you all. Always remember to keep your soul hydrated, your spirit fortified, like, subscribe, all the things, because this platform is not just about Lamont and myself, and it's not just about it being a platform. Let's incorporate these necessary messages to support people in navigating life's highs and hits, along with all the other stuff that y'all listening to. I can think of 5 people right now I can share this with. How many can you think of, Lamont?
Oh, about 20.
See, there you go. 20 people. So share it with those you love, and even share it with those you don't love. Okay. Let's just be real. Okay? Always remember to keep your soul hydrated and your spirit fortified. And until next week, next Tuesday, stay elevated. Thank you, Lamont. This was fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Let me pause here for a moment, because something meaningful has been growing around this show. And I want to share it with you. One of the things I've realized through these conversations, excuse me if I get emotional, is that we have here on the Zen Effect Show many people navigating some very real seasons of life, quietly making career decisions, managing financial pressure, quietly growing, healing, rebuilding, and evolving quietly. Yes, historically, people have never navigated life's transitions by themselves. They moved through uncertainty in community. They shared knowledge. They shared resources. They shared perspective. And they reminded each other that they were not the only ones figuring things out. That's the spirit behind the Zen Effect Show. And that's the spirit behind something I've been intentionally building around this show. A deeper space for listeners who want more than just the weekly broadcast, a space where we can continue these conversations, share tools, exchange ideas, and support each other as we navigate life's highs, hits, and everything in between. That space lives inside my Patreon community. And what we're building there is not just extra content. No, it's an ecosystem, a space where thoughtful people gather to reflect, grow, and expand their perspective on life. Inside Patreon, there will be conversations that go deeper than what we can always do on the show. There will be tools and resources to support your personal evolution, and most importantly, there will be a community of people who are navigating life with intention, people who are thinking about their next chapter, people who are growing, building, and evolving just like you are. Because wisdom multiplies when people share what they've learned, and life becomes a lot lighter when you realize you're not the only one on the journey. So let me walk you through how the community is structured. The first tier is the inner circle. This is where the community really begins. Inside this inner circle, you'll have access to engaging community conversations where listeners of the Zen Effect Show can connect with each other. You'll also have access to the private community chat where discussions continue beyond the microphone. And from time to time, I'll share reflections, updates, and insights connected to the conversations we're having on the show. It's a space where the dialogue stays alive. It's a space where the dialogue stays alive. You also receive resources designed to help you expand your awareness, strengthen your perspective, and step more fully into your highest potential. You'll also receive special offers and discounts from different events, the incredible guests and experts I have on, aligned brands connected to the show, brand partners. And something that I love about this tier, you also get community topic requests, meaning you can share the questions and conversations you want to explore. Your voice helps shape future discussions and even future episodes. Then we have the Conscious Networking Circle. This space is designed specifically for entrepreneurs, creators, and thought leaders who want to expand their reach, build aligned relationships, and grow their impact. Inside this circle, you receive everything from the inner circle, plus access to an aligned entrepreneur network where you can connect with like-minded creators, entrepreneurs, and even featured guests from the Zen Effect Show. It's a place to build meaningful relationships, expand your reach, and grow your work in the world. Members in this circle will also receive business insights from me, practical perspectives, and guidance on navigating entrepreneurship, building your brand, and scaling with intention. There will also be opportunities to promote your projects, your events, products, services inside so that other members can support you and you all can support one another. And members will receive discounted access to Zen. Pause. In 3, 2, 1. And members will also receive discounted access to Zen Effect networking mixers and community events. Plus, priority consideration for guest features, collaborations, partnerships, and community spotlights within the Zen Effect Show ecosystem. Because I believe when thoughtful people connect intentionally, powerful collaborations happen. And here's the most important thing to know. This community is still growing, which means the people who join now are helping shape what this ecosystem becomes. Your voice, your ideas, your experiences, that's right, they all become part of the culture we're building here together. So if you've ever listened to this show and thought, I want more conversations like this in my life, I want tools that help me think through things more clearly, I want access to a community of people navigating life with intention, then I invite you to join us inside the Patreon community. Whether you step into the inner circle or the conscious networking circle, you'll be entering a space designed to support growth, connection, and real conversation. Because navigating life becomes a lot more powerful when we're not doing it alone. You can find the Patreon through my website, thezeneffectco.com. Become a part of this ecosystem we're building together. Now, let's continue to the conversation.